Hello everyone, welcome back to the 5 Awesome Geeks. My name is Dylan, and this week we're talking about our favorite tabletop games. I like to play games with my friends because playing games is awesome. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to sing this week, and I'm kind of tired. So yeah, our favorite tabletop games. One of my absolute favorites is the Cards Against Humanity game, which obviously I played with Kio-chan, Britt, and Melissa at Youmacon a couple years ago, and that was so much fun. There's a video on Britt's channel about that showing us play the game. It was so crazy and hilarious. You have to watch it if you haven't already. I'll leave a link to that down below. It's wonderful. That's also a very challenging game. It's a game that it's best to play with really good friends, but it's also kind of challenging if you don't know the person, or I mean, if other people know the person better than you, they can, like, kind of exploit the game. Not really exploit, but it's harder to win when you're not friends with the person, so you don't know what they would like or that sort of thing. So it is a very strategic game in a sense, but it's really fun. Another one of my absolute favorite games, which I love playing every time we get to do it, we don't do it very often because it's a very long game, is Betrayal at the House on the Hill. This is a game that is basically it's a horror game. It's a horror tabletop game where you're playing these characters in this haunted mansion, and you're supposed to explore the mansion and find, as you explore, you start making the board. And once the board is completely made, there is a shift in the game, and suddenly there's a betrayer in the game. So one of the players will actually be the betrayer in the game, and they will go into another room, and they will read the instructions for what they're supposed to do next. There's like a drawing system, I think, for what game you're going to play, because there's different scenarios. There's like 60 different scenarios you can play. And that's where the second half of the game starts, and that's where it gets really interesting. So it's one player against the rest. They're trying to destroy all the characters, basically, or win the game, whatever their objective is. And then the players are trying to stop the betrayer from killing them, basically. It's really freaking cool, really fun. It's very long, though, but it's so fun. I really love that game. I watched it on Tabletop. There is a Tabletop of that game, so if you want to check that out, it's out there. Go watch it. It's wonderful. That's a really fun game. I also really like Munchkin. That's a very simple little game that's fun to play with friends. Another one of my favorites is the game called Love Letter. Now, Love Letter is basically, it's a card game where you draw two cards, and you have to play one of them every round, and you're basically trying to get your opponents out of the round and out of the game and be the last one standing. It's really fun, very quick, fun, easy game. I guess it could last a while, but for the most part it's a moderately short game. But I really enjoy it. It's just kind of a fun little game to play with friends while you're waiting for something, waiting for a pizza or something. It's kind of fun. I really like it a lot. And it's a good game. Another one of my favorite games, this one's actually really challenging. I don't like playing it all the time, but there's a survival horror game. Well, not really horror. It's like a survival game where there's a virus that is trying to destroy the world, and you're supposed to take care of the virus by using your character to use his abilities to stop the virus from spreading throughout the town, or out throughout the world. You're using the whole map. I forget the name of the game. Oh my gosh, what is it? I'll probably leave a little annotation here, because I can't remember off the top of my head. I haven't played it in a while. It is really challenging. It is not an easy game to play. It's very hard. And it's not... It hurts you. It hurts your soul. But I do really like playing it, even though it is very difficult. Another fun little game that I like to play is called Zombie Dice. It's also kind of like Love Letter, a really short, easy game. Basically, you use these dice that have really different, like, sides to each die. Each die is like, I think there's like an animal, there's zombie, there's something else. I don't have any of these games to show you, so I can't really describe it. But basically, you're playing against your friends, and you're rolling the dice testing fate, and you're basically trying to steal people's dies. It's kind of hard to explain. I can't explain it without playing it, but I do like playing it. It's really, really short and easy and fun to play. Again, another great game. If you're not sure what to play, that's a really fun one to always go to. I really like it. It's just really short and easy, and it's really addicting too. I like it. It's a really, really cool game. So those are just a few of my favorite games. I have a lot of others that I just honestly can't really think of, but I think that's enough for this week for me to talk about. What are some of your favorite games? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to love hearing about new games. It's really, really fun. And I just like to play games with my friends. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and Melissa will see you tomorrow.